But when you reference having a dual purpose dog, detection of some sort,
Yeah.
can you tell us what that means? Our audience may not know
Oh, yeah.
what a dual purpose dog does, how they're trained, etc. If you could let
Yeah.
us know.
So, back in the day, it was more of either if you're detection, you're either a drug dog or a bomb dog. And now, over the last 3 or 4 years, since the crime on drugs has changed a little bit, they're lesser crime, we started training our dogs in firearm detections.
Oh, very good.
So half our dogs in South City, we were one of the first agencies in San Mateo County to train on firearms, So now half my dogs are trained on firearms and half are on drugs. And I'm getting more used to the firearm dogs than I am for the drug dogs now,
Wow.
which is pretty cool.
Using them in the schools or?
No, like if they do search warrants or
Okay.
whatever, they bring the dogs out, or if they believe, because now a lot of people carry guns, so
Yeah.
we use them to search cars. Detection dog will never search a person.
Right.
We don't train for that, but just different areas. And it was pretty cool. Our first dog was Adam Kerrigan, his dog Tex, and I remember they were on the streets for a quick minute, and then they got called to Brisbane because Brisbane had interrupted home invasion, and they had taken a couple guns, and the guys ran through fields, and then they threw. We didn't know if they threw the guns or not, but they couldn't find the guns. They apprehended the guys later. So Adam came out a day later, searched a major field, found both guns with this dog, and he called me. He was so excited, and then Brisbane was like, "Oh, this is great." So after that, I was like, "Yeah, full speed ahead. We're gonna be all half our dogs gonna be gun dogs now."
So you, for those that don't know, a dog can sense and smell so many things.
Yes.
But you have to imprint them
Yes.
on certain things. And without giving away trade secrets, obviously, how do you go about imprinting?
Yeah, so when we went to the gun site, I was like, okay, I talked to a couple trainers and how they did it, but we basically train it how we train either if it's drugs, guns, or firearms. I'm doing the same kind of imprint training. We use what's called the box theory. We use Dutch boxes for that, and it works real well. And we got it pretty dialed in now. We just did Brisbane dog, and I imprinted it on guns in 2 days.
Wow.
So
That's fast.
The dog is amazing. It's learning fast, but 2 to 4 days I can imprint. I mean, they still got to go through more training and learn more, but just the dog recognizes the odor.
Yeah.
It's just so quick now.
So you're putting gun pieces, parts,
Mm-hmm.
solutions, ammunition, etc., in these boxes, and you're sending the dogs on a search for those things, and you do it. How many reps do you think they do
on the boxes
to really be imprinted, on, say, ammunition?
At least like 50 to 100, probably, at least. So that's just off the boxes. Then we're doing, so many multiple after that,
Right.
It's just rep after rep so they understand it,
And they, I remember doing explosive detection training at the Oakland Coliseum with Loring, as a matter of fact. And Loring was training with another agency locally, and he was able to bring some narcotics as well for his other dog. So we're training, and I remember he had put something out in the area we were training for bomb work, and he just wanted to see dog behavior, see if they would pick up on something other than explosive odor. And sure as shit, every one of these dogs, not necessarily finalizing on the odor, but they would smell the methamphetamine odor and be distracted and brought to that area, but couldn't pinpoint.
Right.
And it was very interesting to see that they've never been imprinted on narcotics. Our dogs weren't at the time, but they were still able to sense it. So, the dog's sense of smell is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's amazing what they can.
What is it, 1,200, 2,000 times that of a human or something to that effect?
Yeah, what do they say? It's like we can smell the size of a stamp, but the dog can smell like the whole length of its body, It's just crazy what
it
they
is
smell.
Crazy. No, that's cool. I mean, I think being a handler is one of the best jobs you can have. It's not only the cool factor, but it's so rewarding in times like that where you send your dog out on a long line into a huge field, and they're article searching and they find 2 discarded firearms.
Yeah.
I mean, that...
Which wouldn't, no one would have... They already looked at it. They couldn't find them, and could have a kid got that? Could anybody ran across that?
Yeah.
So to that, it was great getting the gun back to homeowners, but we took a safety issue, factor out of this whole equation with this dog now.
And Brisbane, and I know their budgets are significantly lower than the rest. They see that, and their administration says, "Hey, maybe we need dogs."
Yep.
And that's when you say, "Hey, this is one of our dogs. I can help you."
Yeah.
And I mean that network is so huge because they see the capability of the dogs.
Right.
And I have a story that I told once before. Same thing on a track. A neighboring agency didn't have dogs, and my dog found a guy that was, peeping and trying to rape people in their town. And they said, we're getting dogs. And they did shortly thereafter.
Oh, wow.
Because they saw the capability firsthand of what the value is of them.
Yeah.
He didn't bite anybody. He didn't do anything crazy. He tracked and located the guy.
Yeah.